halfway line.
That's what I'm going to think.
Yeah, there will be some finishing. Alright, I'll have a look. Ready, let's go.
Yes, man.
Lou and Tiz, you could be up for the rest defence. Romello, boys up front three for them, please. You be the rest defence.
Oh, man, there's enough.
Yes, Romello in the middle, Tiz to the left. Baker right, just one end building. Stand still. When you're ready, let's go. Quick, good touch, quick. Feet run, stay inside the width for the box, Gav. Good, good. Yes, Steve. High. We're in possession now. Come on. Good. Come on, you're playing. come round, Ethan, one of you still got to be higher on the ball side so you can counter press. Come on. Good, good. Go on, speed up, speed up, speed up. Come in. Go. Nice finish, Sam. Good.
Find a way to lay up Ethan for a shot. Find a way to lay up Ethan for a shot. Find a way to lay him up for a shot.
Good. 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 Finish off, please. Right, come on down, let's go. Get your pads on, go on down. Right, come on over. Steve, do it over here, quick. 1 minute. So, look, a couple of bits just while you're finishing off. Just listen. So, Carl spent 1 minute just quickly explain to everybody. It looked like a 3-4-3 in a warm-up, so we're going to quickly do that. So I think probably what we'll look for. So I'll mainly concentrate on behaviours, pushing out, and the rest defence. I'm going to really look for it today. I've got this. So I'm really focused on that. Carl will talk about the high press in a minute. And Lee's going to look for some opportunities as well as the individual bits of where we can really play out some of the detail in that, as well as our role. The one thing we can't ever get away from is we are ball oriented and we are going to make the last fucking step. Which means in the first 5 or 6 minutes, there are big tackles, committed tackles to win the ball. To win the ball, and literally, and I said to Lee in the week, if any of you have ever had a fight, the worst thing that can happen is you take someone's breath away. So you get hit once and you're like, oh fuck. That's one tackle, one quick attack, one shot where like fuck me, these are lively. And you need to make sure individually you have that moment and collectively you have that moment from the start. Do you understand? Oi, it's fucking right up for this. For the first kick of the ball, they need to know they're in a game. Now quickly, Carl, tell me what you said.
Okay, narrow front three, you said it to the first. Narrow front three, width to the box. 9 deep, central one. Initiate the press on the outs and far sideways. So we do it. Keep our 10 on our numbers strong. On the inside, wide, really wide and then deep. And our 10s can't go. We go outside the width of the box. Let them have it. Then bring it to the next pass and then we go. Alright? And if they're wide on the switch, you play the 10. You know that's really easy. Okay, but the central one, don't have it. Easy play sideways.
The shit is the fan you commit to a tackle. Go on, let's go.
Come on, boys, let's have it. Come on, come on.
Good afternoon and welcome to the American Express Elite Football Performance Centre for Albion under-23s versus Southampton under-23s in Premier League 2. The big team news for the Seagulls is that Florin Andone returns from a 10-month layoff with a knee injury sustained whilst on loan to Galatasaray. It's a poignant moment in the Romanian's Brighton career as he faces the same side he played in his last game for the Albion back in August 2019. There's also some more game time for Polish fullback Mikhail Kobovnik and Ecuadorian midfielder Moises Caicedo. There are 6 changes from Southampton following their defeat to Liverpool last time out. Only Jack Bycroft, the captain, Alan Chapche, Ethan Burnett and Jaden Smith survive. Nearly ready to go. Florin Andone paces the centre circle as Southampton and Albion players go into final pre-match huddle. Big moment for Florin Andone, pulling on Albion colours once more. He of course scored in Graham Potter's first game in charge, coming off the bench to double Albion's lead away at Watford. Was then sent on loan, deemed surplus to requirements, but could well force his way back into the manager's thinking if he regains fitness and sharpness, which is what he is aiming to do, of course, this afternoon. 2 captains in the middle, Teddy Jenks skippering the Seagulls, Jack Bycroft skippering Southampton, the goalkeeper. The referee, Lloyd Wood.
Come on, boys, straight in, come on!
It'll be Albion to get us underway, with Teddy Jenks wearing 7 and the captain's armband in the centre circle. A check of the watch. A long check of the watch, and we're underway. Long ball forward to get us started, and a chase into the corner for James Furlong. He wasn't going to get to that, so Albion have the opportunity to box the visitors in as they have a throw deep in their own half. So Premier League 2 reaching its conclusion. Albion are in 9th with 23 points from 21 games. Southampton 12th with just 16 points from 19 games. Neither side in fantastic form, it has to be said. Albion having marginally the better of it. Their last 5 in the league, they've drawn 3 and lost 2. For the Saints, they've drawn 1 and lost 4. This is their second meeting of the season as Albion win a free kick in midfield. Mark Leonard fouled for the high boot. They met back in November. Albion 1-0 victors on that occasion. Max Sanders, the goal scorer, he's now out on loan, so doesn't feature today. Is the Poland international Mikhail Karbownik, who has made one appearance for the senior side, and he pops in a pass to Jenks, who goes again. Cashman, stationed out on the right, goes backwards to Dendoncker and across. Good challenge. A rather aimless ball forward, which is easy for the Albion defence to gobble up, and Carl Rushworth gets his first touch of the ball, launching it forward. Here's Jenks, the highly rated Teddy Jenks, wants a handball, gets a handball. Another Albion free kick in the centre. Over to the right-hand side, Karbownik hops it forward and goes after it again. Good block. Southampton throw. Is it a goal kick? I think it's a goal kick. Karbownik disputing the decision, but the decision is undisputably a goal kick. It'll be a first touch of the ball for the Southampton skipper, Jack Bycroft, who goes short to Alan Chache. And all the way back once more. And he scuffed that. Didn't really angle his body to be able to clear it in the way he intended. So Albion given a cheap throw deep in Southampton territory, a chance to advance. Moises Caicedo making the movement, and he gets it back. Here he is, nicked off him. Southampton have turned that deep throw for the Albion into a throw deep in Brighton territory. Good pressing from the visitors early on, not letting Albion's ball players settle, but they might have a bit of space here as Karbownik bursts forward from right back and slides it through. Andone was searching for the knock-on, but had too much on it. It will be fascinating to see how Florian Andone acclimatises back to life on the pitch. He's been training for a while, as you'd expect. He regaining fitness and confidence out on the training pitch, but now it's time for a match scenario. He has got bags of talent. That's why he was signed. Scored some important goals for the Seagulls as well. Who can forget that priceless late winner against Huddersfield? But he now needs to force his way back in slowly but surely into Graham Potter's thinking. He has a few ahead of him: Neil Maupay, Danny Welbeck, Aaron Connolly, even Andy Zakiri as well, who's shown his versatility. Is Cashman. Cashman is dispossessed, and it's an opportunity for Ledwidge to get forward, and he slides it across low, and it's hacked clear just outside the 6-yard box.
Hey, buddy. Very squirmy, as you said. Made the ball's moving all over the place. Yeah. No,
So Ledwidge, whose cross won the throw, takes it, but not a good one. Into Caicedo. Good control from the Ecuadorian. Felt he was fouled, looked like he was fouled. Nothing doing, says the referee, and Southampton burst forward. First chance for the visitors to attack. Fairly easy to deal with, and an Albion free kick. It's early days, of course, but in these opening 6 minutes, both sides look a little rushed in the final third, just trying to force the ball through. It's actually a Southampton free kick here. They've taken it quickly, far too quickly for the referee's liking. So Southampton will get another go. I'm not quite sure what it was for. Obviously, when the ball was released, a foul was committed. Thought the free kick had been given Albion's way. They thought so too, but the vanishing spray is out, and Carl Rushworth organises a three-man wall with Kazim Oligby, hands on hips, standing over it and liking the look of the angle. And he rolls it low, but gets no power whatsoever on it. Easy for Rushworth. Too much on the throw for Furlong. Good defending there, and calmly prodded back, and that will be moved out to the right. Kabovnik, good challenge on Kabovnik. Now Ledwidge. Southampton, despite their lowly league position, have acquitted themselves well so far. Both sides lost to Liverpool in their last league game. Albion going down 3-2 away from home as Andone chases this one down and gets there. Great hunger from Andone, rolls it infield, can't find his man, but does win the throw. Great to see Florin Andone hunting down a defender and wrestling the ball back for his side. Goal kick. Came off Cashman last. Albion going down 3-2 away to Liverpool in their last game. Both goals scored by a man who sits on the bench waiting for his chance this afternoon, Evan Ferguson. Saints lost 2-1 at home to Liverpool in their last game. Luke Pearce with the Southampton goal, and he does not feature this afternoon in a much changed lineup for them. Both sides renowned for blooding young talent in their first team. Southampton have had a fair Ledwidge winning it from Kabovnik there, who was sold a little short. Southampton have had plenty of youngsters who've made their way into the first team over the years, but this season as well. David. Ferry, Smallbone, Watts, and Lundalu, who is the under-23's top scorer, but is now very much a firm fixture in the first team squad. Albion as well, not afraid to promote talent. Aaron Connolly, a very good example of that, has been firmly established in the first team squad since Graham Potter took charge. Of course, developed Solly March and Lewis Dunk. Here's Kabovnik. He goes again. Cashman comes back in field, neatly done. Really good block, but it comes to Kabovnik, and a good challenge on him by Oligby. Albion not hit top gear as yet. Southampton keeping them at arm's length. Ledwidge, who's seen plenty of the ball in these opening 10 minutes, comes off of Cashman. Andone commits the foul, but again, good to see that hustle and bustle from Florin Andone. Clearance doesn't clear the halfway line, but is flicked on, so it does. Southampton retain possession. Morris, now Ledwidge. Gabovnik wins it. Caicedo prods it forward. Andone's not going to get there, but the free kick is won. And this is a concern because Florin Andone has signalled to the bench and is stretching out his, it looks like his hamstring. It's very common, of course, for a player who's spent so long out and is getting back to fitness in a match situation just to tweak something and suffer a setback. I want to see if he can run it off, but Florin Andone's afternoon could be cut short here. Will obviously want to stay out there for as long as possible, but Albion certainly won't want him to increase his risk of injury. Here's a crunching challenge. Cashman will close it down. Poor clearance there, intercepted easily by Leonard. In it goes. Leonard leaves it to Andone. Andone, and it flicked off a Southampton boot, and it is an Albion corner. Andone is going to wander over with a little grimace. I think it will be a change, unfortunately. Not what he or any of us wanted to see. There's no point taking a risk. Florin Andone replaced after just 13 minutes of his comeback. Evan Ferguson, fresh from his brace against Liverpool, comes on. And it goes. It's deep, it's partially cleared. Jenks is up. It bounces straight into the arms of Bycroft. Well, a real shame that for Florin Andone. It was the major team news of this afternoon. He is a full-blooded player, and he flew into a couple of challenges and was really hustling the Southampton defence, but may have just overdone it a little bit on his return. Poor challenge there on Gabovnik. Both players go down. Gabovnik has taken the worst of it.
Get up! Get up! Right shoulder out, right shoulder out.
Touch in field, only as far as the visitors, then the flick, and then there's a late one on Gabovnik, or by Gabovnik on Ledwidge. All the way back by Chapche and across to Agbontahoma. Given away here, Southampton with the chance to break. Excellent work by Caicedo, though. Great cover from the midfielder. Another good challenge. Neat flick as well, and I thought they were away for a second. Field it goes. Chapche again. And he floats it across. Ledwidge keeps it in, but only for Cashman, who weaves his way infield. And goes back to Turns. There's a good ball. Out wide. Southampton looked like they had a bit of menace about them there, but then a miscontrol, which is how the game's gone in these opening 16 minutes. Some nice build-up play, and then it breaks down in the final third for both sides. Here comes Southampton trying their luck again. And again, crossing chance. Decent cross as well. Flicked away. And then hammered clear. No chances taken there. Can Albion break? Well played. Well won back. Great touch. And out to the right. And here's Cashman. And it's opened up a little bit here for the Seagulls. Cashman down the line, but too far ahead of Kabovnik and well covered by Chapche. Cashman wins the corner. That's what he was aiming for. Plenty in the middle for the Albion, but plenty of red shirts as well. In goes the corner. Good delivery. No one able to get a touch, and head in hands moment for Lars Den Donker, I think was closest to it. Great corner. Southampton didn't attack it at all. Albion did, but just couldn't get a touch. Chapche. Good pressing from the Albion. That's something they've tried to do better in the last few minutes. Press higher. Southampton have had a few easy opportunities to clear. Caicedo. Rushworth calmly out to Furlong. And then in field, Albion starting to purr here. Kabovnik has to backtrack. Pressing from Southampton again, but then Donker works his way clear. Played it to Caicedo under pressure from two, but he dealt with it. Caicedo again. Caicedo steps away from his man. Kabovnik. Albion throw. Leonard wants it. Here he is. Hacked clear. Kabovnik wins it. Good challenge by Caicedo. Very good challenge. Well won back. Jenks takes over. Now Ferguson. First real touch for him. On the overlap here. Booming cross. Too much on it. Cashman will retrieve it. Can Cashman deliver a better cross? He can dink it in. There's a big chance here. Jenks drives it across into the corner, and Albion lead. Their top scorer, Teddy Jenks, with another one for the season. Great finish, great play. And the Albion, who had just started to step it up a gear, deservedly take the lead. Well, it was great football. The cross from the left, too deep, retrieved by Cashman, who weaved his way in field. Jenks, bursting from midfield, was found with a little flick from Cashman, and he didn't need a second invitation, driving it into the corner beyond Bycroft. And Albion leads Southampton by a goal to nil. Given away there, Southampton with a chance to hit back. Good ball down the line as well. There's the cross, they win a corner. Positive response from the visitors. Sam Bellis making a similar move to Teddy Jenks, bursting from midfield. A corner rather than a goal, his reward. And Albion pull everyone back to defend this one. It goes, floated in. Header, it's a good one. It's not been cleared, has now Dendonka. And then charged down by Chapche, but Albion get the throw.
Stay in, Zeke.
Albion free kick, Teddy Jenks pushed. Karbovnik looking down the line for Cashman, but Ledwidge makes the challenge. Karbovnik almost winning it back. Caicedo likewise. Southampton do hang on to it. There's a bit of a gap because Karbovnik had gone forward. Here comes Southampton. And it's a really good challenge by Danny Cashman. Brilliant defensive work from the winger, stroke forward. Got back ever so well to snuff out the danger presented by Jaden Smith. Caicedo's really starting to impress in central midfield. He's a big talent. Plenty of clubs were rumoured to be after his services. Albion got him, but although he has been in a first-team squad, he's yet to have featured for Graham Potter's side. He'll be hoping to before the season's out, of course, but it is a big ask, the first team in the midst of a relegation battle. Sitting pretty comfortably 6 points clear of the bottom three, but not really a moment necessarily to blood a brand new youngster who is finding his feet in a new country. Ashworth goes long, too long. Furlong was interested but couldn't get to it. Booming crossfield ball, searching for Karbovnik, but Ledwidge does the dirty work and he's going to try again. Does enough to see out the ball for Southampton throw. looks like a very solid prospect at left back. Cam Ledwidge. Ryan Bertrand, the current first choice in the Southampton first team, but he is by no means entering his twilight years, but certainly isn't a youngster anymore in his 30s, so Ledwidge may well get opportunities. Furlong getting forward well and will take the throw. Great ball from Caicedo. Can Furlong get it across? No, but he can win a corner.
Here we come, come on, here we go! Come on.
Sam, one of you, Cam, the eight's coming late round the back.
Now Jenks to take. In it goes. Good delivery. The header down off the line. Dendoncker thought he'd scored. He bangs the fence in frustration. Great delivery from Jenks. Once again, the Southampton defending uncertain. And Lars Dendoncker almost taking advantage. It was goal bound.
On the play of the ball, ready? On his toes, see?
Now Albion have another go.
Come on. Yes, sir.
Fully clear again. Southampton really making a meal of it. Drops for Jenks, who scuffs it. Then Donker's there, flicked across. This time it's hacked away with a bit more certainty. And Karbovnik retreats.
Slide, David. Slide.
Oh, Leonard couldn't control it. Southampton bring it forward. Haven't posed much threat as yet, though. And that is why. Plenty of misplaced passes in attack. Albion looking slicker and quicker on the ball. Here's Caicedo. Furlong, once again an option on the left. Karbovnik has just changed his position slightly, I think. Ledwidge fouls Cashman. Wakely. Neat interchange there, and just overhit as Teddy Jenks looked to get on the ball down the left. It's been impressive again, Teddy Jenks, Albion's top scorer in the under-23s. His goal today takes him to 6 for the season. He is a big threat, often arriving the right place at the right time, as he did in the 20th minute here to give Albion the lead. Well played Furlong. Karbovnik's now come back over to the right, and here he is. Down the right-hand side, Cashman could be in here. What a ball that is. Caressed over the top. Cashman with time, space. Could it be 2? It most certainly is. Clinical finish from Danny Cashman. The celebration to boot. And Albion double their lead just before the half-hour mark. And they're starting to make this one look, oh, so easy. Well, Cashman, the creator of the first, the scorer of the second. Southampton's defence caught cold there as it was played back by Caicedo. There was a shout just to get it over the top, and it was beautifully clipped into the path of Cashman, who had so much time and so much space, and he made the most of it, firing past Jack Bycroft, who had little chance whatsoever. Albion 2, Southampton 0 on the half-hour mark. Chapche, cross to Agbontahoma. Well, what do Southampton have by way of response? So far, they've shown little. They started well enough, good pressing, good intensity, really hurrying Albion out of any early strides they were looking to make, but now it's a dominant display, and another example of it there as Caicedo holds off two. Good turn from Morris, had to be as well, and he releases it down the line. Very neat play indeed. Bellis, infield it goes, held up. Southampton invited forward here, the chip over the top, aimless. It's a little harsh, it did have some aim. There were certainly Southampton players over, just not very accurate. Caicedo. Well played, Seamus Keogh. He wins the throw. No, he doesn't, he'd run it out. Albion throw, Furlong to take. Albion have upped the tempo and Southampton struggling to live with it. Good strength from Caicedo, and Southampton thought they'd won the ball back fairly, but not so, says the referee Lloyd Wood. Crossfield, Cashman, Garbovnik on the overlap. Cashman doesn't use him, instead works his way infield, and that's an excellent ball out to Furlong. Crossing chance, good cross as well, should be three. Cashman puts it over. Chance to double his tally for the afternoon. He shouts more at himself than anything else. He knows he should have scored that one. Peach of a cross. Cashman, right place, right time, wrong finish. Worrying signs for the visitors, though. They are being carved through, almost at will now, by the Albion. Every time they attack, they look threatening, and they're giving the ball away as well. There's a flick, here's a chance. Ferguson could be in. It's a save, but an uncertain one. Albion still have it. Good cross, a couple of missed attempts at a clearance. Ledwidge will take his time. Finally, Southampton can clear their lines. That's neat and tidy. Good flick forward as well, but then the miscontrol. Foul by Caicedo on Ethan Burnett. Chapche. Great pressure from Ferguson, forcing Chapche back to Bycroft. Chapche, who always wants it short from his keeper, looking to play in Smith down the line, but it's comfortably dealt with. Little break for Caicedo, who's keeping things nice and simple and showing plenty of drive midfield. There's a turn. Jenks wins it and flicks it to Cashman. Southampton are being encouraged, I think, to drop a little deeper. They're pressing well enough here. Just trying to stem the tide a little, Southampton, before the break. Falling a third behind would, although not officially, pretty much with their form signal the end of this one. It's a tall order for them to get back into it anyway, but goes to Chapche, not the best touch, but he does get it to Ledwidge, and Ledwidge knew exactly where his opponent was and did well. Been one of Southampton's better performers in this first half. Although both goals have come from his area of the pitch. First Jenks, then Cashman. Raking ball over the top. Caicedo away, and he does win the free kick and looks in some pain here. He was caught as he flicked it, and he's writhing around there, Moises Caicedo. Jack Wakely is making the point to the referee that the challenge maybe deserves more than just a free kick. Lloyd Wood, the referee, is unmoved by that little chat with Jack Wakely, though, and Kabovnik, neat and tidy. Great turn from Leonard, and sprays it out to the left-hand side where Furlong waits, and he's got an overlap here. Here is the overlap, crossing chance, cut back, could see the idea. It has dropped to Cashman. Cashman goes infield, now outfield. Kabovnik first time and away, hacked away unceremoniously by Alan Chapche. Southampton survive, but only just. Goes the kick. Once again, it's Dendoncker who's getting on the end of it. He's a real threat from these set pieces, but despite one header heading into the net cleared off the line, he's not hit the target since then. So Southampton once again have the opportunity to clear their lines with a goal kick. Goes by Wakely. Southampton throw. Tempo has just faded from the game a bit as we enter the final 5 minutes of the half. Has ebbed and flowed nicely throughout. It was it's a free kick here, but like quite a hard connection as well. There will be a yellow card. I think that yellow card will be for Ethan Burnett of Southampton for the challenge on Wakely. It will. He's not happy about it, but that won't change the decision. And Jack Wakely, I think, was appealing for a yellow card for a challenge on Moises Caicedo moments ago. Does get the yellow, but fortunately, he's now the one nursing maybe a bruised shin or a knock on the ankle. Rushworth with the kick. Kabovnik under pressure and does brilliantly, winning the free kick. There's Wakely, who's dusted himself down following that challenge, which earned Ethan Burnett, the Southampton midfielder, a yellow card. All down the right, but Southampton have it back. Cashman working hard defensively, as well as providing plenty of threat the other way. Given away here, and no-look pass. It's working quite well for Brighton now, with Caicedo and Leonard slightly deeper in midfield. Teddy Jenks given the freedom to push forward in support of Cashman and Ferguson. There is Ferguson battling back. Southampton have the throw. Ferguson will keep going. Ball in field is Ethan Burnett. Now Oligby. Ledwidge. Pumped down the line. Accurate ball as well. Sets Smith into action, but then Donker, solid as you like, and absolutely no chances taken there. Just clips it into touch. Doesn't mind them having a throw there. Good touch from Catchman. A long ball to nowhere. Well into row 3 or 4 of the stand that frames that side of the pitch. Annette gets it back, trying to make things happen, but the movement not very good. Now they do find a ball over the top, and it's Otsatewo. Will be a Southampton throw, and Zuriel Otsatewo takes it himself. Keogh to the area, then Donker wins the header. That's to be expected. He's won pretty much everything in the air. Oh, neither Kabovnik or Cashman knew who was going for it. Southampton have an opportunity to pull one back. Good cover at the back post. Now Cashman has it. Final minute of the half. This is smartly done. Kabovnik with time and space and rolled down the line towards Ferguson. What a challenge by Chapche. Ferguson gets back at him. It was actually David Agbontahoma rather than Chapche who came across. I think those two have switched, with Chapche, who was playing as the left-sided centre-back, now on the right side. That's a promising switch, with Agbontahoma making an inch-perfect tackle to deny Albion a chance of a third. Given away, Caicedo, chance here, offside. Ferguson didn't catch it anyway. Southampton have kept doing that though. They are architects of their own downfall at points, gifting Albion possession in very dangerous territory. Long ball, who's there? Dendonka. Shooting chance for Bellis perhaps, and then he took his time and had a quick glance at the referee there, but I think was embarrassed to appeal for a penalty, as he knew that it certainly wasn't. Rushworth to clear maybe the last action of the first half. It's not. Lloyd Wood doesn't blow the whistle yet. Sino, lovely touch. Leonard sprays it out to the right. What a good ball that is. The control is instant from Cashman, and he comes in field of Ledwidge. Then on the outside, Kabovnik. Kabovnik comes in field. It's neat, it's tidy, it's fluid. Albion happy to go back to keep it and start again. They don't want to force it, no need to. 2-0 to the good. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, Florian Andone's comeback unfortunately didn't last long, but everything else has gone to plan in the first half. Goals from Teddy Jenks and Danny Cashman have Albion ahead at the break. At half-time, it's Albion 2, Southampton 0.
ready, my friend, eh?
I'm alright.
So then, let's get straight. Let's get ready. Come on. If you want to check set pace, do it. Jamie, where your iPad is. Did someone go get the iPad? Your iPad is. Lovely. I've got set pace.
Welcome back. Albion already back out onto the field, awaiting the visitors Southampton, who have work to do in this second half. Albion 2-0 to the good. Two fine goals as well. Teddy Jenks teed up by Danny Cashman, lashed into the corner, and then Danny Cashman himself sprinting away down the right-hand side. Bags of time, bags of space, and bags of composure to clip it past Bycroft in the Southampton goal. They have looked very, very comfortable indeed. Actually, Southampton just away in the corner emerging. Ferguson, wearing 16, the first half replacement for Florian Andone, is just having a stretch and adjusting his boots in the centre circle as the Southampton players make their way into their half. Can't see any evidence of any changes from either side at half-time, so it looks like it's as you were. Certainly Southampton to get us underway, with Sam Bellis wearing 7 in the centre circle, awaiting referee Lloyd Wood's whistle. Southampton get us underway in the second half. The American Express Elite Football Performance Centre, Albion 2-0 up. And we'll be looking for more of the same in the second half. Southampton will sure be looking for just some form of improvement in the second spell here. Rushworth, on it goes to Turns. Now Furlong. Caicedo leaves it for Wakely, who hammers it forward. Cashman is after it, and Cashman will get there. And it's Cashman up against Chapche. Sensibly goes back. He's kept the ball really well, Danny Cashman. And now there's space for Furlong. Closed down now. Furlong can't get the crossover, but will take the throw. Furlong infield to Caicedo, who missed it but does get it back, and then looking for Jenks on the right. Neat turn, Caicedo with room, and gets it across to Furlong, and there might be a striking chance here. Will Furlong take it? No, he won't. He's closed down well. Rolled into Caicedo. Good feet again from the Ecuadorian. Then Doncruz crept forward. Here's Kobovnik. Good challenge by Oligby. Caicedo muscled off it. Took 2 though. Now it's Edward Turns. Furlong down the line.
Can you, James? Can you, James? Yeah, central line, central line.
Good run this.
Outside.
Already skipped away from 3, and he fancies it as well. And he's flying down the right, Otsitewo, but really well marshalled by Turns. Just ran out of steam, Otsitewo. Oh, Caicedo, beautifully away. Good challenge on him, though. Kobovnik bursts onto it. And then Danny Cashman puts it into the fence behind that goal.
Head, right shoulder. Yes,
Otsitewo. Good first time touch off, and then a really poor pass given away. Cashman weaving his way through. Jenks looking over the top, bursting onto it. Ferguson, but Chapche deals with it, and he got a good enough touch on it that he was able to retrieve his own clearance. Well, it is very much as you were from the first half. Albion looking the sharper quicker and, well, just better in both their press, possession, and when they move the ball forward. That is why they are, at the moment, coasting to a much-needed victory in Premier League 2. Cashman helps it on and gets it back. Cashman's popped up everywhere. He's comfortable as a centre forward, but stationed on that right-hand side, he gets back in support of his full-back well. A good partnership with Mikhail Kabovnik. Perhaps, and it is a big perhaps, but perhaps one for the first team at some point. Kabovnik and Cashman down the right. They've got plenty of competition, though. Look at the space here for Furlong, far too much of it. Furlong rolls it across, good stretch. Comes out to Leonard, striking chance. Never really got it out of his feet. Kabovnik. Wakely. Now Edward turns. Furlong. Cashman, Furlong again, the outlet. Down the right, Kabovnik getting forward with good intent. Kabovnik, Leonard, if it goes to Caicedo. Really slick football. Furlong straight into the arms of Bycroft. Playing at a very nice tempo indeed, the Seagulls. Happy to slow it down and keep possession, draw Southampton out of their defensive shape, but equally adept at bursting to life, quickening the tempo with one-touch passing and opening them up at speed and at will. Oh, Smith away. A little bit fortunate to get him away from Dendoncker, and then a slip by Keogh. Here's Furlong. Lovely back heel, that worked incredibly well. And a clip by Jenks. Another good run from Otsetewo. Looks to get it back, but Wakely away. Very solid defending and no panic from Caicedo or from Kabovnik. Albion happy to play their way out of trouble. They haven't been in it much, but they've kept their concentration. Leonard wins the free kick, limps away from it. He was caught not once but twice there, it looked like. Going to be a change here for Southampton, their first of the afternoon. On comes Romello Mitchell. It was Seamus Keogh wearing 10 who was replaced. It was, so Keogh off, Mitchell on. Will that lead to an upturn in Southampton's fortunes. Well, they're on the move here. A hopeful ball over the top to no one but Karbovnik.
Those splits. Yes, Jaden, that's you. Go on. Higher, Ethan. Good. Speed up. Speed up.
Southampton just starting to put some forward momentum together, but it breaks down with a heavy first touch by the substitute Romello Mitchell. And then Romello Mitchell gets clattered into by Mark Leonard. A couple of tasty challenges flying in there, and Mark Leonard will pick up Albion's first yellow of the afternoon. The second of the match, Ethan Burnett for the visitors, and now Mark Leonard for the Albion. Moises Caicedo also being spoken to by Lloyd Wood, the referee. Not sure what about, but certainly got his point across. Crossing chance, Ledwidge. Here, corner. And it's a throw. Ledwidge himself took it. Ledwidge will now take the throw again. Southampton go backwards to start again. Here's Zuriel Otsatewo. Long ball, easy for Karbovnik, but Ledwidge collects and he's high in Albion territory. Then Wakely hacks clear straight into touch. Otsatewo, the forward pass once again letting Southampton down. Got themselves into a promising position, but forward pass really poor. Now Burnett. It's a little wide for Romello Mitchell. Otsatewo, who's been one of their better attacking outlets today, has a go at Furlong on the outside, and Furlong watched it all the way and puts it behind for a corner. Southampton just starting to show signs of improvement. A goal would certainly increase their confidence. Albion have been unflustered defensively thus far, though, and are looking to keep it that way. Corner goes short. And Ledwidge isn't going to keep it in, and the inquest begins. Southampton once again proving to be their own worst enemy there. They had a chance to swing over a cross, and instead they try an intricate short corner and rather embarrassingly put it straight out of play. And it goes for Furlong. Good flick to Caicedo, who helps it on. Dendoncker has to sprint across, though, to keep it in. It was a heavier touch than it initially looked from Caicedo. I thought he'd dropped it nicely. Feet from Dendoncker, nicely done. Leonard, happy to turn back.
both jobs, both players. Straight to the ball. Good, speed up.
Great work from Caicedo. He did really well. Southampton want a free kick. They will get a corner. Caicedo's defensive work excellent there, though. He refused to let his opposition number, Ethan Burnett, get a shot away. Third of the way through the half. 2/3 of the way through the match. On the hour mark, Albion coasting at 2-0 up, but this is the best spell of pressure Southampton have had. Ledwidge drives it across. Chapche was up. Rushworth is there. Smart throw out. Caicedo. Cashman reduces it to walking pace. Smart football. Covers there again. Lars Den Donker. Outstanding defending. Furlong fouled not once but twice. Rode the first challenge and kept on his feet, but second one, he knew he was going to lose the ball, so made sure that he got the free kick. Excellent work from James Furlong, who's acquitted himself really well at left back.
That's fine, Jaden. You want him to go and then you arrive as the ball's arriving. Go on then, close the net.
Haven't seen much of Albion as an attacking force in the opening quarter of an hour of this second half. Played Ferguson, well played Caicedo. Stabs it out to Karbovnik, who looks to thread it through for Cashman, always on the move. Pops the table down the line, Mitchell. On the outside, crossing opportunity, once again headed away. Burnett pops it back in, touched off for Mitchell, but who's there again? Caicedo, and he... Oh, that's brilliant from Caicedo, absolutely brilliant midfield play. Jenks crunched into by Chapche. Jenks has gone down and stayed down. Leonard clattered into by Ethan Burnett, who's got to be careful already on a yellow. And the referee, Lloyd Wood, just having a word with Burnett. You'd think that would be something along the lines of one more and I'm going to have to give you a second booking. Leonard making that point. Just waiting to see if Teddy Jenks has recovered from that that challenge. He's going to get some treatment. Albion have already lost one to injury. Florin Andone on his return from injury. Going off, certainly don't want to speculate, but he was holding his hamstring, so may have just tweaked something. Teddy Jenks now having his knee flexed out by the physio. Southampton take the opportunity to get some fluids on board. Jenks pointing to the outside of his knee. On his feet. He's maybe going to give it a couple of minutes, the Albion skipper. He's certainly pulling his socks up rather than taking his shin pads off, but the Captain's armband was off momentarily, so difficult to read that, whether he will be coming off. I get the feeling he may not last the match. Ball down the line, well dealt with. Leonard breaks onto it, and with purpose as well. He's got options right and left. Didn't get the ball right though, just under hit it. Well wrestled back by Kabovnik, who may have been fouled there, but he allowed it to continue. Now the flick from Jenks, who seems to have recovered well from that bit of treatment that he just had. Kabovnik playing it into Cashman. Cashman has to retreat to collect Kabovnik's pass. Those two continued combining well. It's reached Kabovnik. Cross it goes. Oh, lovely touch from Cashman. So close to teeing up Ferguson. The idea was exquisite. The execution, not quite. Good ball this to Mitchell. And turns, gets in there strongly, making sure Mitchell can't progress. Really strong defending from young Edward Turns. Good challenge from Jenks. Oh, and a poor challenge on Teddy Jenks. And there will be a yellow card here for David Agbontahoma. Third booking of the game, second for Southampton. That one very, very clear. Thankfully, Teddy Jenks has shrugged it off, already on his feet. Here's Wakely. Long ball from Dendonka. Good long ball as well for Cashman, but well played. Jack Bycroft, who was out smartly. Into midfield, but too much room for Leonard. Can't keep it. And a foul on Mitchell.
Romello, you're the ball away 10. Find that position, Romello.
Smith looking for Mitchell. Furlong brings it away. Doesn't see the pass he wants. Good pressure from Mitchell. Furlong a little frustrated that he didn't get a run down the line. Now Caicedo intercepts, and Caicedo working his way through. Burnett once again having to be careful on a booking. Here's Cashman weaving his way into the box with menace. Furlong. Jenks, Cashman. Really smart football. Kabovnik just on the stretch, couldn't get there ahead of Oligby. Oligby's done really well to keep it. Taking a few risks in there. He was under extreme pressure from Kabovnik. Look at this run. What a run. No free kick given. Otsatewo was certain it was a free kick. Now Jenks. And it goes to Cashman. On the overlap, then Donker. Down the line it goes. Turns, continues his run. Good strength and pace as well. Done really well there, Turns. There'll be some more changes here. Just waiting to see who. It's Mark Leonard coming off. It is Mark Leonard off. Jack Spong is on. Sensible decision. Leonard on a yellow. Makes way. Jack Spong. A regular, well, both starter and squad player for the under-23s. On in his place. Furlong across. It's a dangerous ball. No one there from an Albion perspective. First touch for Spong. Reaches Caicedo. Karbovnik, who's shown why he is a full international and has been involved with the first team squad already. Really talented. Down the line it goes for Jenks. Jenks can't engineer a corner or a throw for his side. Another man goes down injured. David Agbontahoma will require some treatment. Hope he's okay to continue, the Southampton defender. His captain, goalkeeper Jack Bycroft, is just doing a few juggling tricks there, showing that he's no slouch with his feet. There he goes again. Onto Homer on his feet. Albion keen to get on with it as we approach the last quarter of an hour. Keen to close out a victory which would take them to 26 points from 22 games. And it will be their first win in 6 in the league. Here come the changes. Ethan Burnett is off. Will Tizard and Lewis Payne are coming on. And fortunately, David Agbontahoma's afternoon is over. So David Agbontahoma and Ethan Burnett off. Both were on yellows. On Will Tizard and Lewis Payne. Ferguson chests it down. It's the free kick. That looked a little soft, to be honest. Maybe just caught his foot on the stretch there, Ferguson. Jack Spong wanted to release it early, but we'll have to wait. Here's Lars Den Donker, who has been perhaps the standout performer defensively for the Seagulls. Carried plenty of threat going forward as well, but just seems an immovable object at the back for the Seagulls. And when you look at the first team, and although plenty of football left to play in this Premier League season, you know that thoughts will already be turning to next season and who will be featuring in the squad, and you just wonder which of this crop of young stars may break through. Miles Dendoncker would certainly be in with a shout. Good touch by Ferguson, really nice touch, good hold-up play. Smartly done, very smartly done. Ferguson says, leave it to me, and he sweeps it into the feet of Cashman, and Karbovnik's on the overlap. Cashman couldn't get this, actually really strong defending from Chapche, but then Moises Caicedo does what he's been doing most of the game, which is breaking up play and moving it forward. Nice touch, Furlong couldn't get onto it, still battling for it. Scoop down the line, turns, does well. Spong to Wakely, and now across to Dendoncker. Oh, neat flick, very neat flick. Turns into Ferguson. Ferguson digs it across. He was looking for Cashman, but easily cut out by Bycroft. Ferguson's really come to life in the last 5 minutes. Not had much of the ball in the second half. Albion have found it very, very easy just to slow it down, play a little deeper, keep Southampton at bay. They had, visitors maybe had one spell of 5 minutes of decent pressure, but never really forced Rushworth into a save. They might now. Crossing chance, and it's behind the goal. That sums up Southampton's afternoon. Into Jenks. Jenks with a very ambitious ball, and it's well, Caicedo going for goal, which is hugely ambitious. Strange passage of play. It hit the Southampton defender to bounce to Caicedo, who had options right and left. It's Cam Ledwidge who's gone down, and I think it's probably just winded if he caught it full pelt in the midriff or slightly lower down. Anyone who's played football knows that if you get caught in a certain area, it's gonna hurt for a little bit. Cam Ledwidge just needed a moment. Long ball, easy for Rushworth, who was well positioned. Judged the bounce very well indeed. Good block. Furlong looked to clear it down the line. Lovely touch from Jenks. And a soft touch from Caicedo, but Hampton win it back well, and real chance to attack here. Striking chance, and it's perhaps the first save they forced from Rushworth. It was an easy one for the Albion keeper. Kazim Oligby letting fly, but not catching it anywhere near as sweetly as he intended. The topic goes. Jenks is momentarily interested.
Left shoulder.
Ferguson, brilliant. And he pushes away Chapche. Great strength by Ferguson. And Chapche is going to be spoken to here. Been a tough afternoon for him and a yellow card. Albion in no hurry. Jack Spong on the ball. Looks down the right for Kabovnik, who does well to keep it in and win his side a throw. Got good pace, Mikhail Kabovnik. Now Caicedo, great feet. Cashman with the pivot. Kabovnik infield. Great work from Kabovnik. Still going, tucks it back. Jenks is there. Jenks fires in Albion's third, his second, and that seals the game. It's been very, very comfortable for the Albion since Teddy Jenks gave them the lead in the 20th minute, and he has rounded off an excellent display with his second and Albion's third in the 81st minute. Really nice goal. Cashman and Kabovnik involved again. Great combination down the right-hand side this afternoon for the Seagulls. Southampton's defence had no answer, and once the cutback came over, Teddy Jenks was waiting, and he didn't need a second invitation, just hammered the ball past Bycroft. 3-0 Albion lead.
Yes, Lars. Yes, Lars.
Rushworth harried as he thought he had time to take it in, and it's just hit Ferguson. Shouldn't laugh, but the ball forward. Ferguson did his best to control it, but almost knocked off his stride as he looked to. Here's Smith. Mitchell onto his right. Great challenge by Furlong. Really good challenge. And a foul there. Caicedo frustrated with something. Once again, Southampton felt there was an opening, but it was snuffed out as Mitchell thought about a shot. He was challenged. Just been too slow when they've got into the final third. Their movement and speed of passing nowhere near the quality needed to trouble this Albion defence. Furlong. Good ball from Rushworth. Caicedo round the corner. Two number 11s battling for a second. Oligby for Southampton comes out on top. Jenks can't intercept. Jenks fouling Otsetewo. it away here. Here's Jenks. Albion on the move, looking for a fourth. Cashman with Jenks to his right. Jenks goes to the left. It's Ferguson lining it up and past the post into the side netting. Not the finish he was looking for. Good chance that for Ferguson. Southampton opened up all too easily.
Yes, James. Yes, James.
Jenks and Cashman have carried the threat all afternoon. Setback. Can the visitors get a consolation in the final 5 minutes? Albion will be doing everything they can to prevent that. They want a clean sheet. It seems that Southampton are doing everything they can to help Albion keep a clean sheet. Here's Kabovnik scuttling forward. Cashman takes the throw.
Come on, James.
Field it goes to Morris. Chapche. Lofted over the top. Easy enough for Ledwidge.
That's you, Lars. That's you. Yes, you.
Cashman. Southampton play it down. They're not going to stop it. In fact, they're going to release Furlong. Down the left. Well smothered by Otsetewo. Mitchell into midfield, and on the stretch, Caicedo couldn't get there. Here's Bellis looking for support. Can't see the support he wants and gives the ball away and looks away in disgust at himself, at his teammates, at the scoreline. Frustrating afternoon for Southampton.
I was thinking one of the times they got right up there, the ball for ages. They scored, I was thinking of going on the right.
Field it goes. Smart football this, very smart indeed, but too much curl inwards on that pass as Furlong looked to burst forward from left back, and easy for Chapche. And released to Tizzard, who miscontrolled it initially. There's an injury here in the final 2 minutes. Possibly just cramp. He looks like he's stretching out in the traditional way to treat cramp. Cam Ledwidge. Already on his feet, but just needs a drink. I think the referee is probably saying, I'm having a guess here, but probably saying, well, if you've got a bit of cramp and you just need a drink, then just leave the field. There's only a minute or so to go. We are in the final minute of the 90 now.
Come on. Yes, Ed, left shoulder. Left shoulder. Oh, no, stay high. Yes, Ed, right.
From Southampton, Furlong up against Mitchell. Good turn from Mitchell, kept it well. Otsetewo And again. Does well, and then Wakely hacks it clear.
Good, well done. Really good.
Hello, spin.
Has reached a Ligby, but I'm not sure he was the intended target. He's lost it already. Caicedo prods it on. He was fouled, but they will call it back.
James, come on in. James, get in. Yes, side of him, James, side of him. Go touch. Miller.
Here's Mitchell. They rush that. Game's completely broken down in terms of quality here. Mistakes littering the final seconds. Neither side can hang on to it. Caicedo commits the foul, and Southampton will have an opportunity to reduce the arrears from a free kick. Moises Caicedo will get a yellow card. So Carl Rushworth going to be called into action perhaps for only the second time this afternoon, right at the end of this one. Two over it, Ligby and Morris. Ligby hit a free kick in the first half that trundled into the arms of Rushworth. And Morris may be given an opportunity here. It's Morris who goes towards the back post and just floats it straight out of play.
Come on, Sam. Romero, get your position right. Come on. Jayden, initiate the press, Jayden. Well done, Kaz.
Southampton have battled down the left well there, but Cashman and Kabovnik were not to be denied in their efforts to win the ball back. Furlong goes long. Ferguson looks to get there, but Bycroft away. Stays in. Rushworth booms it long. Feet once more from Cashman. Here he is again on the turn. He's got Jenks in support, but he goes beyond him to Furlong, who races down the left, crossing opportunity. Good looking cross as well. It may drop for Kabovnik. Kabovnik told to keep it in and does so. Then cuts infield. Kabovnik. And a strange pass from Jack Spong. Not sure what he was intending there, whether he was looking for a return into the path of Kabovnik, but it didn't work out, whatever it was, and Trundle's out for a goal kick for Southampton.
No bounce. Second. Nice pass.
Caicedo to Wakely.
You deserve to chip game. You did. No, David.
And there's the final whistle. It's a much needed and comfortable win for the under-23s. Florin Andone's return from injury being cut short, the only downbeat note on an otherwise perfect afternoon for Andrew Cross's side. 2 from Jenks, 1 from Cashman. Both of them were a menace throughout. See Albion to victory. It ends here. Albion 3, Southampton 0.